We just brought our dog back from doggy rehab, and I have so many lessons to share with you about human behavior, manifestation, and why you don't have what you desire. Welcome to the Aligned and Magnetic podcast. I'm your host, Lauren Ashley. I'm an ICF certified business alignment coach, and they call me the money mindset and manifestation queen. I'm here to help you make your vision for your life and business a reality and doing it in a way that lights you the fuck up. If you're ready to build an aligned, magnetic, and profitable business so that you can live the life of your dreams, you are definitely in the right place. In this podcast, I promise to provide you with the raw lessons, the tools, and powerful questions to help you on the way to creating success your way. Thank you so much for being here. Now let's dive in. Hi, love. Welcome back to the Aligned and Magnetic podcast. I'm so glad you're here. So this is a crazy episode. We have 3 dogs and 1 cat. It's a bit of an animal house here. We have an animal farm. It's actually funny. So our cat Ting Ting, she owns the downstairs bathroom. These houses in Mexico, they're kind of like concrete cubes. They don't have a ton of storage or nooks or I don't know. So we have a pretty large house. It's 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. 2 of the bedrooms are office space for myself and my wife. And then we have a master bathroom, a guest bathroom, and then our downstairs bathroom where we put our cat's gym, because it was up in the loft before, but it just didn't really fit well. So anyway, we decided to move all of her stuff to the downstairs bathroom so that our guest room upstairs, they could have a bathroom that, didn't have like the litter box, for example, in the shower. Because where else do you put a litter box? Like, we don't have a basement or anything. So we had her litter box in the shower. So anyway, she owns the downstairs bathroom now. Whenever guests go to the bathroom, she like pops out of the shower curtain. She's like, meow. When I go to the bathroom every day, I mean, my office is like directly across from her bathroom. So I use that washroom a lot. And, I don't know about you, but I feel like I pee every hour. I drink a lot of water. And I don't know if that's bad, but anyway, I use the washroom a lot. I have, I guess, a small bladder. And whenever I go to the bathroom, she's always in there like, meow. And she like comes up and kneads my leg and asks for pets and all of that stuff. So anyway, we have an animal house, needless to say. And we love our animals. We are very animal people. And that's not even including our outdoor pets that somehow we have come to take on, although we don't have to do anything with them. We kind of just watch them, but we have lizards and stuff that live in our backyard as well. They're really cute. So one of our dogs is actually not really ours. It's my mother-in-law's dog, and she is not here right now. And so we're watching her dogs. Her dog couldn't go with her. And this dog has been a family dog, so she lived with my wife before, and she's very integrated into the family. She's like way part of the family. But this dog, she's so special. She's very nervous, very anxious, very high strung, needs a lot of affection and attention. And we were getting so frustrated with her at points because we didn't really know what she needed or wanted. She was just always there, like freaking out. Like, she's part Chihuahua, part poodle. So if you can imagine like a little Chihuahua and how they're like, Chihuahuas are kind of high strung and like crazy, right? So she would be there with her big eyes, like staring at you and shaking, like waiting for you to pet her. It's just so crazy. And always following. I feel like I'm always tripping over her. And it's not just that, but like we would go out and walk them, and she would run out of the house and start barking. She would bite other big dogs because she was afraid. And so she would like get aggressive and attack first, which like we don't need her causing that drama. First of all, it felt it's kind of embarrassing, right? That you've got like a dog that you can't handle or that's like out of control. But second of all, it's just not good. We noticed our other two little dogs. So my dog Lola, who's actually bigger, and then Little Bear, they would also get riled up, and Lola started behaving. And I don't blame this at all on the other one who got a name change. Her name was Gypsy, and now it is Fiona. So I don't blame all of Lola's behavior on Fiona's behavior, because Lola is a very timid dog as well, but she started to get aggressive also with other dogs. So we learned so much about energy, and we've learned these lessons before, but it was like just like divine timing that we go through this training again. So I want to share with you what happened, right? Okay, so we were getting so just fed up with Fiona, and we would take her to the vet, and she like would not be able to calm down. She was crawling all over us and barking and just super anxious and could not sit still. And we just like had enough, right? So we're at the vet and we're like, we don't know what to do with this dog anymore. Like, this is exhausting. She's making us feel anxious, and it's just crazy, like chaos, right? People would come to the door, and then the bark is so high pitched, and it's like, ugh. So she was like, you can leave her here for 2 weeks, and I will train her, and we can do a reset. We'll do an identity change. So we'll change her name, change her leash, change her routine, change everything about her environment to shift her behavior. And we were like, that's interesting. And, we were so fed up at that point. We were like, you know what, just take her. Just take her for 10 days. And we need a break. Like, we need to reset, because it's just like too much, They were barking when we were leaving, barking when we would walk. It was just a lot. Barking when people would come in, and, all of that energy. It's very frenetic, very chaotic energy. And when we feel that, when we go about living our lives chaotically like this, it just creates more chaos, right? Like, how can you expect to create a sense of calm when literally you're embodying the frequency of chaos? So we left her with the vet. She's a vet, and she's just amazing. She is like a dog whisperer. I'm so grateful for her. And so she also runs this doggy hotel, right? And she's got a ton of dogs. So we left Fiona with her. Remember, her name before was Gypsy. So we left her with her, and she started training her. And the minute we got home without her, and she's in the room right now, so I'm trying to not like mention her old name, because that name is banned now from our house. We felt so relieved. Our house went back to normal. Our dogs felt more chill. And mind you, like my dog Lola, she's got a ton of energy. So she gets sometimes not out of hand, but she gets very hyper. But overall, like our home felt like our home again. Felt very peaceful, very calm. And we also went back to what it felt like to be normal for us, 10 days go by, we go back, we're like, we're not really sure if this is going to work or whatever, but let's, go. So we go meet the vet at a location away from the vet. And, Fiona, she recognized us, but previously she would get all worked up, and she does this monkey walk, right, where she goes on her hind legs and like tries to pull forward with her chest. And she didn't do that. She smelt us, but she didn't go crazy after not seeing us for 10 days, which is so unlike her. This was like complete new behavior. We were shocked. And so we were walking, and the vet was just explaining, everything to us. Like, when she does something that you don't like, you've got to do this and whatever. But the main takeaways that I want to share with you are these. So the first thing is that, okay, wait, I feel like I need to tell you so much more. Hold on. So that was the first thing. Like, we saw her, she didn't get freaked out. She didn't get crazy. And then when we went back to the vet, she was completely calm. Whereas before, we would literally arrive at the vet and she would start barking. We wouldn't even get out of the car yet and she would start barking. In the car, it was even worse. She would cry. She would be all over the place on the driver, on the passenger, just like walking back and forth, super anxious, super nervous, whining, barking, and we couldn't do anything to quiet her down. At one point, I lost my cool and I just completely yelled and I was like, stop it. Because I was so triggered by her anxiety that I felt anxious. And I was like, oh my God, this needs to stop. Like, this is driving me crazy. But let me tell you, this is not the way. And what's funny is that so before I would really try to emit a calm energy, but it just never really worked. Like I tried to be calm. I tried to be chill. Like, it's okay. It's fine. And no, it didn't work. So I want to share with you what does work instead and why that didn't work and how energy plays such a big role in your life and what you want. So yeah, she is a completely changed dog. This is literally Fiona now. She, of course, has some other things, but when we apply the technique, which is literally just a behavior disrupting sound like that, and we give her a little poke in the butt or in the, not her neck, but her shoulder area, this interrupts that behavior and reminds her no, that's not acceptable. We're not doing that. So the biggest things that I want to share with you are, one of the first things that she told us was, it's all my energy, right? So she's calm around me because I'm calm. And with this calm energy comes patience. And it comes with no bullshit. And it comes with this certain level of this is my expectation, this is my standard, I'm the motherfucking queen, and you're going to obey my rules. And when the dog does not obey the rules, or when the dog does not do what your expectation is, it's not to freak out, it's not to go, it's not to yell at them or use even words. She told us, don't use words. Don't talk to your dog because dogs don't understand. They're feral, right? They are animals. They don't speak. They bark. They use sound. So do not talk to them. Use your energy and use your body language, right? And so we put up our boundaries now through body language. If any of our dogs come onto the couch and we're on there, nope, you go back down until you're invited up. And they're not invited up until they're calm, right? So these dogs, our dogs look for attention, right? And this was a big problem with us, is that they would compete for attention. They would compete for love and affection. And our new normal now is that everybody gets affection on our terms, and you do not get affection when you come asking for it, right? And although it's been really difficult for us to instill this, I have to tell you, because our dogs are so cute and we just want to love them and we don't want to tell them, no, get off the couch, right, and be mean to them. Our vet assured us that it's not being mean. It's literally just instilling your boundary and loving them still, but on your terms. And this has created such a peaceful vibe among our dogs. They can all be chilling. Before, they would all be on the couch, on top of us, essentially, right? And begging for attention. Fiona would be coming up and doing her little shaking dance, asking for pets. And now it's no, everybody is in their own space, and we go to them when they are calm and when we want to go to them. They can be hanging around us, but they don't need to be jumping on us. They don't need to be begging us for attention. They don't need to be freaking out. And so even when we go on walks, our dogs would go crazy, right? So oh, you want to go on a walk? And they would be yeah, and then get all hyped up. So anyway, the main takeaways here are the following. The first one is identity change. How often do you try to change, but your friends and family doubt you? The reason people have and I think honestly of people who struggle with addiction, the reason that we have such a hard time changing is because the family and friends around us either don't support that change or they don't believe that it's possible for you. Now, if I were to take you out of that environment and plop you into a completely new environment, I'll bet you that based on like just taking you out of that environment and putting you into a new environment, you would be able to change more easily. And that's because new people don't know who you are. Unless you carry that story with you and that intention to be the same person, if you carry a different intention, a different identity with you to a new situation, you're going to have an easier time changing than if you were in your regular environment, right? And I feel like this is why I've been able to grow so much after moving to Mexico. I literally changed my identity, my environment, everything about the way that I was living, and was able to embody such a different energy, such a different mindset, and all of this stuff, right? So Fiona had her name changed, had her routine changed, had her leash changed, everything in her environment changed to help her change her identity and her behavior. The vet did not look at her the way that we looked at her. She did not call her crazy. She did not expect bad behavior, but rather she instilled her boundaries and expected that Fiona obey her boundary. And so all of this opportunity to change her identity was a really big thing in her behavior change and in her being a calmer dog now. The second thing is the power of intention. This was one of the first things that she told us. Putting your intention behind your action. How often do you take an action, but you kind of like, okay, let's say you put a post out there in social media, but then you kind of go back into your shell and you're like, oh my God, do people like it? Oh my God, what did people think about this? Oh my God, this and that. And, we make it such a big deal in our heads. But when we take an action, you need to put all of your energy and all of your confidence behind that action, the power of your intention. It's the intention behind the action that matters, not the action itself. And I say it's the energy behind the action that matters, not the action itself. You can take action all day long and not see results. But once you shift the energy or the intention behind your action, that is when you'll start to see the results. I go through this all the time with my clients when they're mid-launch. Often mid-launch, my clients start to freak out and they're like, oh my God, I'm doing all the action, blah, blah, blah. Nothing's happening. No clients are coming. And once we identify where all of these fears are coming from, we get through the drama, and then we find a place of peace and ease, then they take that peace and ease and put that into their actions, and their actions completely, not the actions, the results completely shift. They start attracting clients. They start gaining traction. They start filling their programs, right? And this is how all of this works. So one of the things that she taught us with Fiona is that, if she's doing a behavior, like for example, when we're on a walk and she's doing her monkey walk, we do that sound and we gotta jab her. And it's not a jab, but it's like a ninja, like it's like I guess a ninja jab. It's not harmful, but it's enough to disrupt the behavior and the thinking, right? But you can't do it like soft because she's a small dog. My tendency is to just kind of like lightly tap her. And I want to highlight, like, we're not like attacking her. I feel so bad. Like, she's like this tiny little baby. And if my mother-in-law is listening to this, she's probably like, oh my God, they're hurting my dog. But trust me, it's not hurting. It's like literally just enough to disrupt her thinking pattern. But if you do it too lightly, they can't feel it. It's not disruptive enough, right? So you need to put intention behind the action. And the intention is like, hey, this isn't right. Instead of like, oh, please stop. You know what I mean? It's a very, very different energy. And so when we align our energy, align our intention with the action that we're taking, we got to come at it from a boss-ass queen with hardcore boundaries, and we don't feel bad for instilling this behavior or instilling this boundary, then that action is a completely different action than still jabbing and doing the sound, but with a, oh, I'm sorry, like, I feel bad that I'm jabbing you. That just gives our dogs permission to walk all over us. And this might be true for you with your kids, where you instill a boundary, and even with your partner, you instill a boundary, but the boundary keeps getting crossed. The boundary keeps getting crossed. The boundary keeps getting crossed. They keep finding ways around your boundary. And I would invite you to look at that boundary and ask yourself, how are you actually upholding that boundary, and how are you feeling about that boundary? Do you feel guilty, or do you feel like a boss-ass bitch? So look at that intention. The next thing, this leads into the guilty, right? So when you put your energy behind your action, you can't take it back. You can't push them off the couch and then, oh, I'm sorry, come back, This literally translates through our energy, through our body language, through our behavior. And dogs can feel that. People can even feel this, right? So, and kids, especially, I see this with kids all the time, where parents will yell at their kids, and then they'll get frustrated or angry and then feel bad about it. Well, first of all, we're not yelling at your kid is probably not the most effective solution. I'm not a parent, so I can't say, oh, I have the best solution. But just from an energetical standpoint, yelling is definitely probably, I'm pretty sure yelling's not the solution. And I'm pretty sure if I was a parent, I would probably struggle with this as well. And when I am a parent, I might struggle with this. Who knows? Maybe I'll be an energy ninja by then, but who knows? Anyway, if we are feeling bad about the boundaries that we are instilling, then our energy is not behind the action. So we can't be taking it back. We can't be feeling guilty, apologizing. There's no need to apologize or feel guilty, right? You are setting your boundary and you are owning it. And this is what will clean up that energy leak. Okay? Think of this in your business. Where are you instilling a boundary? I do this all the time with my clients where I'm no, I'm not available on weekends. And then I'm oh, but maybe I should check in and see how they're doing, not available weeknights. Oh, but maybe I should oh, I wonder. Or a client messages you, or somebody messages you at night when you're relaxing and you're not working, and you feel obligated to respond. I definitely felt this way in the beginning of my business. I felt obligated to be on all the time. I felt obligated to respond immediately because they were paying $4,000 for my coaching package, right? And just because they're paying a higher price does not mean that you have to be available 24/7. Put your boundary in place and don't feel bad about it. You need to take care of your energy. You need to be a queen and own your boundary. And it's not we're putting outrageous boundaries where you're not accessible at all ever. Your clients have access to you. I'm talking to myself. Your clients have access to you Monday through Friday for 40 hours, let's say. There is literally no need for you to be responding at crazy hours of the evening or on the weekends when you are doing your thing. Now, if you desire to open up a time, maybe Saturday mornings or Saturday evenings, whatever, if you desire to go beyond that, that's fine. But if you are finding that you are overworking and you are constantly responding to client questions, inquiries, whatever, that is an energy leak. That is a big ass energy leak, okay? The next thing is stabilizing your emotions. I talked about this in last week's episode around how you're a mirror. And oftentimes when things happen in our reality, we get, emotionally respond. We react, right? So for example, Fiona barking, I get anxious because someone's at the door and she's barking. And that makes me feel anxious because the bark is disruptive. But instead of emotionally reacting, because me feeling anxious is going to emit more anxiety in my dog, the secret is maintaining your chill. Literally mastering your zen. Being patient, not feeling the pressure to run, to calm down, but just calmly going over, the little jab, stop, not talking to them, but not reacting. Instilling the boundary to not bark and keeping your chill, keeping your level of groundedness. Everything's fine. There's no worries, right? We're just training. And that's not allowed. That's not okay. We don't have to be so erratic. We don't have to be so emotionally reactive. Our emotions are here to guide us. And when we are feeling those emotional highs, the emotional what's it called? Yeah, the anxiety, the frustration, all of that is being emitted to our dogs. Hey Queen, if you are learning from this episode, then you are going to love the Aligned and Magnetic Business Accelerator. This is the space where mindset, manifestation, and strategy come together to put the magic back into your business. Want to fill your DMs with clients ready to work with you? Want to make your dream job or business a reality this year? Ready to take Fridays off without worrying about your to-do list? You don't have to work hard or wait forever to get to where you want to be. It's all available to you right here, right now. Come and join us in the Aligned and Magnetic Business Accelerator, where we're making magic happen in our businesses. I'll not only show you how to do it, we will walk with you every step of the way as you implement what you learn. Go to coachlaurenashley.com/accelerator today to join. And remember, whatever you want, bippity boppity boo, it's yours. We were just on a walk the other day, actually, and there was a dog came out of nowhere and was just looking at the dog. So he was really close. And I got how are they going to respond? I got kind of freaked out. And then my dog started to growl. And, because I was nervous about how they were going to react to this dog. I didn't want them to get into a fight. And so this behavior, even though logically that wasn't what was going through my head, but behaviorally, I slowed down and I started to be more cautious. Well, the dogs felt that and reacted. So my wife was like, babe, you got to just keep moving, go with confidence. It's okay. You're good. So I did. And as soon as I did, nothing happened. There was no big deal, no problems, no barking. We just moved by with ease. And previously, Fiona would have gone off, Lola would have gone off, Little Bear would have gone off. They all would have been barking, and it would have been a crazy, chaotic mess. But you see how when we stabilize our energies, the people around us, the dogs around us are also stable, right? This is something that I really mastered, before. And for some reason, I had kind of just forgotten about it. And I always know it, I logically know it, but it's one thing to know something and it's the other thing to embody this chill and this level of relaxedness. And honestly, I think this, stabilizing our emotions and not being so high and low, yes, we are here to feel the bliss. Yes, we are here to be in the flow. Yes, we are here to feel that openness and that gratitude. But I think the more that we can stabilize our emotions and not feel so overwhelmingly high and so overwhelmingly low, but feel more yes, this is what it's supposed to be. Yes, this is normal. Yes, this is secure. We are grounded. We are calm. This is expected. We are the queen. This is our castle. And things go the way that we want them to go. The more that we normalize this, the more your results are going to be more stable. If you have outrageously highs and outrageously lows, or even just any highs and lows in your business, have a look at your emotions and how you respond in your business, right? And how you respond to those highs and lows. Because often, we'll have a low in our business, an unexpected bill will come up, and then we get anxious. But that anxiety, our business is literally just responding to us. That anxiety creates more of the low or more of the high, more of the instability. So how can you stabilize your energy and expect stable results? Expect everything to always work out, right? Go with the flow. Take your time. People these days are in such a rush, and there's literally no fucking reason to be in that much of a rush. Leave 10 minutes earlier. Give yourself the time and the grace and the opportunity, the gift to move more slowly. I remember this one time I was driving to yoga class and I was late as per usual. I like to work until the very last minute. And honestly, I realized that this is a behavior that's not serving me anymore. My yoga class is at 7:00 p.m. There's literally no reason that I need to be working until 6:45. So I would work until like 6:40, 6:45, rush to get changed, rush to get my things together, rush out the door. And then there's traffic, and then I'm honking at people, and then I'm like, are you kidding me? And road rage and moving quickly, trying to drive fast. And I can feel it in my body, the pressure to get there because I'm late. And it's like, I had this realization when I was driving, and I was like, isn't this counter fucking intuitive to going to yoga class? Like, isn't the whole point of going to yoga to calm myself, to be in that flow, to be with my body, to be present, to be chill? It doesn't make sense. Like, make it make sense, please. It doesn't. So I've decided from here on out, still a work in progress, but I have the intention to move more slowly, right? Give myself more time, give myself that gift to move slowly, to be patient. And we do this now with the dogs. Like when we're going for a walk outside, we get their leashes. We don't put their leashes on them when they're excited. We wait until they're all calm. We literally sit there and wait until they're done freaking out, and then we move forward. And it's perfect. Like literally our walks have never been so peaceful. We go to the door. They're freaking out. They're ready. They want to go. They want to go. They want to go. We stand in front of the door and we wait until they're calm. We stay calm and we wait until they're calm. How can you do this with your kids? Honestly, I'm so excited if you have kids. I'm so excited to bring this into my family when I have children and to practice this, because it's truly like I've done this before. I have brought this into my life before, and it's like a miracle. When other people are freaking out around you, when other people are going crazy, how can you remain centered and calm? That energy of calmness is the energy at which it's an energy that invites solution, possibility, growth. When you're freaking out, it's not like it's hard to make a clear decision from a high and a low. Like it's not very possible. You're going to make like either a very erratic decision or another very erratic decision, right? So, I think they've said before, when there's a fire, keep calm. The best thing to do is to keep calm. And maybe you're thinking like, well, I don't know, how the heck could I keep calm? There's a fucking fire. I need to move. No, keep calm. It's okay. We're going to get out of here. It's all good. Yes, move quickly, but move calmly. There is a solution, and the best way to find the solution is to remain calm, be the observer, get curious, and move forward with a sense of ease and grace. All right. The last two are responding to bad behavior. So how often do you receive or observe bad behavior from your dog, your spouse, your partner, your kids, your clients, and respond. They get you activated, emotionally activated, right? And you respond to that, or even your business results, right? Your business results have you feeling disappointed and activated, energetically activated, or someone's comment on your post gets you activated. I remember this one time I posted this thing about how I live in Mexico. I quit my job and now I live here and I love my life. And it was on TikTok, and I'm on a freaking Mexican TikTok algorithm. And all of these people here, there's this whole issue with, I don't know, is it an issue? Anyway, this is a whole other topic, but there's a lot of, Americans, Canadians, and tourists moving here. And what they're experiencing, the local people are experiencing, is gentrification. Everything is becoming more expensive, hard to find living. And it got me very emotionally activated because I don't feel like I've done anything wrong. I've been here for 5 years. I'm like, how could I have possibly contributed to the problem? And honestly, this is an issue, and the only thing I can do is what I can do. This is not, and maybe this is me being blinded, but I don't personally feel like it's my, take this as you will, but I don't feel like it's my responsibility to go out and fight this. There are certain people who are here to fight certain issues. I'm not a fighter. I am definitely a lover. I am definitely someone who is here to support, and I fully feel for what is going on, and I can remain open and curious. But me getting activated and personally hurt by their comments is not going to solve anything, right? Me fighting back on their comments is not going to solve anything. Me trying to prove myself, and this is a big thing in business. I see a lot of people, and I fall into this too. We're trying to prove ourselves, prove that we're worthy, prove that we know what we're talking about, prove that we can help, prove that we're worthy enough to have clients and to work with you. It's just not the vibe. You know what I mean? You are worthy. How can you embody that worthiness? You don't need to prove yourself to anybody, right? Embody it. Just be worthy. Don't prove it. And we can observe this in our energy and in our emotions. And like I said, this is the work that I do with my clients. It's a lot easier to do it when you are working with somebody who is trained and who knows how to help you see these patterns and see these behaviors. The thing that I love the most about coaching is that my clients start to be able to coach themselves over time. I used to work with my clients for a minimum of 6 months. Now it's a minimum of a year, because my goal is to help you see stable results. And while 6 months does a lot, it only gets you halfway. So now with my year-long package, we can do that heavy lifting work in the forefront, and then make sure that it is sustainable, and that you can continue to ground it in over time, right? See long-term sustainable results. And the best thing about this is when literally my clients will tell me I hear your voice in my head, I hear your questions in my head. And this is the whole goal of coaching, right? And let me tell you, I'm going to do another episode on this, but this does not happen through the kind of coaching where people are telling you what to do. That's not how you change behavior. It takes curious questions and the right kind of questions to help you become aware of your patterns in your behavior, and to help you shift and embody new behavior. So no more responding to bad behavior. How can you not respond, but model the way? And I was talking about this last week, right? So one of my things was, if you're on a sales call and you don't feel confident in your offer, well, your client's not going to feel confident in themselves, and therefore in you and your offer. They're likely going to say no, because they don't feel the confidence in what your offer can do for them, because you don't feel the confidence in what your offer can do for them. So how can you model that ease and that confidence for them. And when you model that ease and confidence in your offer, and that ease and confidence in yourself and in your life and in your business and what you've been able to do for yourself, for your clients, then the person on the other end of the screen, or even in person, if you're face to face, they're going to feel that confidence. Okay? This is how we can become a better mirror for what we desire. The last thing is act like the queen of the castle. So our vet told us, like, when we get home, act like the queen. No one's touching me. This is my space. I get to do as I please, and you are just here in my space with me, but you've got to respect my rules. So my dog Lola loves to jump on us. Little Bear actually loves to jump up as well, but she's small, so it's harder to feel disrupted by that. So now when we walk in, it's like, no, we don't see them. We don't even talk to them. We just come in. We act confident and calm, peaceful. We put our stuff away. We completely ignore them. We sit down. No, you're not allowed on the couch. This is my throne. And when everyone is calm, then we can engage, right? We do not welcome chaos in this castle anymore. And so, but if you're coming in and you're like shaky and you like want to engage with them, and that shows up in your behavior, literally it's just going to emit that frequency. I mean, I've been repeating it this whole episode. So some questions to help you kind of ground this are, how can you be the queen? In what areas of your life and your business are you showing up with erratic, unstable energy or emotions? How can you show up more stable? How can you practice being more stable? Again, this is something that I help my clients with. If you're ready to have results with ease, if you're ready to live your dream life with ease, if you're ready to go bigger with ease, manifest soulmate clients with ease, make more money with ease, I am the manifestation queen, the mindset queen. Per my clients, I can help you to build an aligned business that makes money doing what lights you the fuck up. I can help you get whatever result you desire with ease. Book a call with me. The link is in the show notes, and we can explore, we'll just connect. We'll explore what it is that you desire, what's holding you back, and I can share with you how we can work together, whether it's one-on-one, whether it's in the accelerator, whether it's in the mastermind. And I also have actually some self-guided programs as well. I have a full suite. I have lots of offerings that will help. So book a call. Let's chat about what you need and how I can help you. And if you are ready to put the magic back into your business, I would love for you to come and join us in the Aligned and Magnetic Business Accelerator. This is the space where mindset, manifestation, and strategy come together to put the magic in your business. And the women in this space are incredible. We're all working toward building our dream lives, our dream businesses, and embodying that right here, right now. I want to help you fast track your results so it doesn't take 4 or 5 ever to get there. I love you so much. Thank you for listening. And I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning into the podcast today. If you like what you heard, I would love it if you left a review. If you like my vibe, come and hang with me in my Facebook or Telegram group. I'll drop the link to my email list below where you can get instant access. Make sure you check the show notes for any other links that I mentioned today. And until next time, I'm sending you waves of abundance.